Yeah, shit.
Yo, my video's got 4 views on YouTube.
Oh shit! I just took 20,000 damage off of a fucking Fuso with the New Mexico.
Anybody watching the live stream is gonna learn some history today. My thing, I like looking at history from other countries' perspectives because I don't like reading the winner's history.
Yeah.
$108,080 points in a tier 7 match.
Well above average. That's double above average. Just let you know.
Thank you. And I have 3 kills. Probably soon about 4.
But,
In fact,
the average player is below average.
Yesterday I had somebody on
It's
tank.
sad.
I had someone on tank report me for being a bot because I ran my tank to go fight a tiger. And it's like, no fucking idiot goes and rams a tiger. I'm like,
wait, for what?
for tanks.
Oh, World of Tanks?
Yeah. And anyone wanted everybody to report me as a bot, and everyone started yelling at the guy back. It's like, no one could be perfect as you. Nobody can be like you and your tanks, I was like,
I've been patient.
I just say, it's just a game, man. It's just a game. If you're really gonna go at somebody for ruining your win rate, then you really just need to uninstall the game.
The only thing that turns me off about World of Tanks is the fact that your shell doesn't go where you shoot. Like, there is no tank in existence since we used howitzers that didn't fire a round straight.
Exactly.
It's like
That's the only thing I hate about World of Tanks.
It's like someone's using the force.
Oh, it does.
I got 7 citadels. Holy shit.
The frustrating part about yesterday I found was, so I was initially buying $20 worth more of the balloons, and since my credit card that I have is linked to my parents, they had to use their information for me. And when they accidentally clicked the backspace and they bought me gold instead of the balloons and I didn't notice it.
And you got it swapped over? Do they?
No, you can't swap over. They're different currencies.
I think if you would have sent an email explaining what happened and everything, they would have done it for you.
No, they would have said, we still need money.
No, they say all transactions are final in their terms of service.
Yeah, that means you can't fix anything.
Wait, can you leave the queue and then we can invite the guy in New Mex?
Probably don't do it anymore, but this is like when World of Warships and stuff first came out, and there was issues.
Who's in the New Mexico? Are you in port?
Me. Yeah, I just got done with the bed. I was just looking at what a detailed.
Because we're in port as well, and we're playing tier 6s.
Cool. Let me get there.
I still say you should get the Belfast and some premium time.
Well,
Yeah,
I
I'm
wanna
debating
get it, but I
maybe
don't
the
have
Molotov
money.
and the Sims as well, maybe.
I would go with 1 premium and some premium time.
How much time can you get with 2,000 though?
30 days. Go click on the premium account in game and find out how many doubloons what you have left over you can get.
I think I'll be able to get a week maybe.
2,500 gets you 30 days.
And I'll have like 1,000.
You'll be able to get like 2 weeks in a week. So 3 weeks, a premium and a Belfast. And your credit and XP gain on normal ships will be so much better, and grinding won't be a hassle.
oh, anybody else have the Alabama?
Yes.
Because one day I want to do an Alabama platoon, division.
Yeah. More interesting divisions. You can build
Battleship
up 3
train.
Alabamas. Yeah, I've had 3 Alabamas that don't really do too well.
Actually, I got super frustrated also yesterday when I got 9 citadels in one Smuso game.
I want to get
was
Missouri.
ship was I in with it? I got 14 Citadels in a cruiser.
Atlanta.
I think it was the Atlanta, and I think it was like 8 per ship, something like that. But just to let you know, 12 Citadels doesn't kill a Des Moines from an Atlanta. It doesn't even take them down to half health.
Yeah, the Des Moines is crazy.
And he deletes me in 3 salvos when I get like 12 Citadels on him. He didn't Citadel me once either. Didn't get 1 Citadel. I knew he was coming, but I thought I could kill him. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But I did get him with torps because he completely stopped to kill me because it was, it was scooting in between 2 islands.
Mm-hmm. So
He killed me, I killed him.
yeah. So I have a friend who also plays this game, and he was like, I know a way that you can get free currency, and it's like, dude, if it's one of those code generators, those are illegal, right? And he's like, no, he didn't know. So he's trying to get me to use a code generator. But I told him I was getting doubloons.
Do you know the World of Warships doubloon app is not illegal? The app you
What?
can get on Android.
What does the doubloon app do?
You watch ads and download mobile games, install them, and you get fucking
Yeah, because
coupons.
they get paid technically for it.
Yeah. Kind of like the one for War Thunder. It's been around since the game came out.
Mm-hmm.
The one I
Yeah.
have.
Yeah,
As
those
War
things
Thunders
I
yet.
believe in. I believe in those things.
It's not as good as War Thunders. Like they don't have as many good advertisements yet. They're building their company up. But you can probably make like every month, like the big ones reset once every 30 days. But you can probably make about 2,000 balloons a month with that app.
Oh wow, that's really nice.
Not enough to get. It'll get you premium. You know what I mean? Or say you need to reset a captain. You know what I mean? Just watch a couple things, get the points, and do it.
Yeah,
What's that
doesn't
app
sound too
called? I
bad.
didn't even know that it existed.
Let me see.
What app?
There's an app where you can get the balloons
I
by
thought-
watching ads.
I thought you were talking about War Thunder because I know the War Thunder app. I have it downloaded.
Problem
Ow.
I think
with War
it's
Thunder,
called
like,
free doubloons for WoWs.
Is it put out by Wargaming actually?
No, it's the same company that does the War Thunder one. Yeah, sub off of it.
oh, we got a Sims right to our right. I mean left. Sorry about that.
I've already done all my ones, so I really don't
Watch
do it
that
anymore.
Bayern.
Careful with the Bayern, man. They will wreck.
What the hell? All of a sudden, my ping went from a good 69 to up to 385.
That
Do you
meander's
share
broken
internet
up.
with anybody?
What?
Do you share internet with anybody?
The whole house? All 2 people that use it?
Or are you the only one on it right now?
No, someone else is on it, but he's on a different. We have 3 different routers, but they're
Yeah.
all linked to one main router. If that makes sense.
What's your internet speed?
I don't know. Like,
I
rare.
don't know what internet package are you paying for? Do you know?
We don't pay for it. It's the house. But me and my mom are renting part of the house. So basically, whatever internet do I
Just
want.
like a basic package.
It's Verizon. That's what I can tell you. I don't know what package they paid for.
You need to get off the Verizon for house internet. They're bad.
Why? How's it bad?
Your infrastructure's garbage for that kind of stuff, man.
Don't they overcharge a ton?
Yes. They'll charge you. You can go to another, like a cable company, and get like really good internet for the price that you pay for shitty internet. You can get Verizon. I guarantee there's a cable company you can use for way cheap.
Well,
We use
And, you know,
Spectrum
all you had.
or old Time Warner.
me and my mom right now are trying to find a place to stay. I told my mom, since I have a job, I will be paying for the internet.
That means that you can choose whichever one you get.
Always explore your options, though. Explore everybody in that area. Don't just look at one and pick the first one that looks good. Look into them. See if their bills are going to change after a year or half a year. You know what I mean? See if your rates will go up after so long. There's some things you need to check with the cable companies, man. They're shady. It's a shady business. I'll tell you that right now. They do not care if you have good internet or shitty internet. They care about is that money.
I think that's everybody.
Cable companies are a little worse. They're probably about the same as old companies.
There's a Kutuzov being a flamethrower.
Did you know Time Warner and 3 other big ones pretty much paid off the FCC, or not the FCC, but the port government to throw the FCC's new law out?
Missed the new law.
Oh, they rewrote a lot of the stuff out that made it where they had to be very transparent and they couldn't do shady shit. But now they're legally allowed any of your personal information they gather.
Oh, hell no.
They're now allowed to limit house internet again to a certain data package.
Nope.
They're coming back.
Nope.
Cable companies want people to think internet is a limited resource when it's completely unlimited and there is no speed issues as long as the infrastructure is efficient. The thing is, they'd rather break in and keep making more profits. Just to let you know, okay, what cable company it was. It was the biggest one. They grossed about $12.5 billion last year. Grossed. That's all profit. And yet they say they don't have enough money to improve infrastructure when they also pull in federal grants from the government to improve infrastructure and pocket it.
Don't you have a choice what provider you use?
Out of like 4 people, yeah.
Oh, we got bloody dozens and dozens over here. If we don't like them,
Yeah,
we go
but
somewhere else.
the mom and pop ones get run out and their services are shit because other companies sabotage their infrastructure and lines throughout neighborhoods. Remember, in America, you can't even trust your postal worker. They'll throw your fucking packages over your fence and shit. Kick them over like footballs.
I trust my postal workers. I got my hoodie that way.
I don't think your hoodie's gonna get hurt by being thrown against the wall.
Buddy joined your channel.
What did my hoodie ever do to the postal worker anyways?
I'm just saying the general American is a piece of shit.
Are you just now realizing that? We're run by a
I've
North.
known since a judge charged me with armed burglary at the age of 11. That is a
Really?
piece of shit.
That person must not live.
Try being like almost 12. You find your parents' alcohol. You know, you take a shot. You know, you're that age. You know, a shot, you're done. And we went next door to our neighbor's house, which we had permission to go in their shed and get BB guns and shoot them in the backyard.
Mm-hmm.
Well, one of the neighbors saw us go over there and said we looked like suspicious. So cops showed up. We sat in the back of the car until they got home. They didn't want to press charges. The state said we're pressing charges, and they took us to jail when I was 11 years old.
They can't do that. That's not their call. If they were told they weren't pressing charges, then
Fucking America. No, the state can press charges against whatever they want.
it's just fucking stupid.
But the cool thing is now, like, it doesn't really affect me nowadays. You know what I mean? It took a long time to get it go away. But the
What
judge
state?
that sent Florida,
It's still
the
Florida.
judge. Well, yeah, you know the slogan about Florida. You come here on vacation, you leave on probation.
That's what happened to my uncle. He had a probation on his license.
Every
I'm
good
done.
story starts a Florida man. ...
Actually, no, wait.
Yeah. No.
There's this one that goes, say, come to Chicago for the food, stay because you got murdered.
Damn.
Yeah, I'm dead.
If you get shot in Chicago, it's because you didn't know where you were.
You went to Queens, dumbass motherfucker. What color are you? White. You went to the wrong place.
Wrong
Yeah.
neighborhood, wrong
Don't be
neighborhood.
standing on street corners. Come on.
You know, this is just fucking sad.
He's everywhere you go.
This,
Trust the taxi drivers better.
It's like, why, sir, would you get out of your limo?
because I had to take a piss.
You pee in the limo.
Don't rip. People have people that pee for them.
Wow.
No, they have people you can pee on. It's different.
Oh, there's fucking Housers, and I'm just flying away from them, and I got four nice 250 pounders. I'm over here trying to figure out why the fuck is my plane slowing down, and I realize I have my gears down.
Ah, there's that Farragut. Disappeared again.
Nah, but as I was saying, that the judge that sentenced me, she got barred from court about 6 years ago. Can no longer be a judge anywhere because she got placed under investigation, internal investigation. Found out that she was insane and unfit to be a judge. She hated teenagers and gave everybody the maximum sentence that she could dish out legally.
You can probably get your case reviewed then, or appealed, or whatever. Or like
Oh,
stricken from the
I'm
record if it's-
expunged and everything already. I ain't worried about
Yeah,
it.
it's expunged. Okay, if you already did it, then that's whatever.
Like I moved when I got out of because I basically went through my entire teenage life. I could never finish probation for some reason. I would always get in trouble at school and get violated because that's how easy it was if you're a teenager in probation. Like one referral at school violates you.
It depends what was the referral for, fighting?
No. A teacher that knew I was on probation and wrote me up for every little fucking thing.
No. What the fuck is wrong with Florida?
My first VOP was over doing my classwork in a pen. And then, you know how there's little teenager programs you get sent to for a few months, but you go home every weekend and shit like that.
Yeah, I know those.
I was go to them, and they would always. The judge would never let me out. Finish the program, in like good graces. You know what I mean? They'd say, "Just let me go," and the judge would put me back on probation. I'd go to school, get in trouble again, and have to go to another program.
Have you thought about trying to sue the state?
Probably could, but money.
I mean, if you look into it, there's probably like a class action thing for like all the people, all the teenagers, whatever, that were affected by this judge or whatever, right? Or like wrongly
That
Wrong
judge
sentence, that kind of thing.
sentenced her own daughter to 4 years in juvenile prison for a quarter sack of weed.
Yeah, I mean, like, it'd be worth like 5 minutes to look around on Google, see if there's any type of class action lawsuit against that judge, and like maybe you can like jump on it, you know?
Yeah, I have to look into that. But basically, I'll have all my trouble when I was like, right when I turned 17. I went and finished my ROTC in high school. Was about to join the army. Made it through my recruitment. Made it to basic training for about 4 weeks and a couple days, and then I have one of the commanding officers come pick me up out of my dorm at about 2 in the morning. Told me I had to get on a shuttle and leave.
Why?
That I've
Hey.
been dishonorably discharged for lying to a recruiter.
Yeah, sue the state. Be like, this bitch cost me my life. You know, she ruined my life. I was gonna go kill Osama bin Laden, then she ruined it.
Wait.
But, you know, when
Question. What did you lie about that they said you were lying about?
I had one too many misdemeanors to be allowed in the military. I had a felony and 3 misdemeanors, no limit meters at the time. So basically, since I didn't say anything about the misdemeanor because I didn't know it was there,
Oh, whatever.
the state faxed it
Weren't we taking
while I
like
was
two?
basically.
Weren't we taking like 2 felon offenders in the military at that time?
Yeah.
No.
Weren't we like we don't give a fuck? We just need volunteers.
It's now 2 felonies and 4 misdemeanors, but when I tried to join back in I think 2002, it was 1 and 2 misdemeanors.
I just remember for the longest time it's been we don't give a fuck.
Yeah, that was because everybody has fucking criminal records now for nonchalant bullshit.
it's because if
But I
you
went to
excluded
prison.
every felon, you'd never have any black men to volunteer for the army.
When I got kicked out of the army and discharged, I kind of went, on a fucking just fuck everything spree, you know what I mean?
Fuck this, fuck
You know what
that.
happens when your dreams and stuff are just crushed and you're just thrown to the world with nobody wants to touch you?
Yeah, dude, I totally take like 10 minutes to look on Google and see if there's a lawsuit or anything. If not, make some phone calls, start one.
Got drunk with my friends and we stole our neighbor's car, joyrided in it, took it back. I went to prison. They got probation. Because when the judge looks and sees a dishonorable discharge, previous charges, you know what I mean. They don't look into it. They just sentence you. But I got out of prison, finished all that shit. I moved up to Georgia to get away from this fucking state. Finished probation without even a fucking problem up there. But since I moved states, I was supposed to be expunged on when I got released from probation, but I didn't get expunged. They said that was because I moved state residences, and I had to come in person to the court, and I never received a letter, even though I kept my information updated in the legal system. So I spent 8 years in Georgia with all my charges and being an ex-convict, trying to find jobs.
That sounds kind of like, hey, we're Florida, we can fuck you, so we are.
And I moved back down here about 2 years ago.
Why would
About
you
a year,
go?
almost 2 years.
Why would you go back?
I'd leave Florida.
Because I wanted to move back to my family and everything, since everything was squashed and dealt with, you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's understandable.
And I came down here, called around about why my record wasn't expunged, and they said, all you gotta do is come in and sign one piece of paper. Went and signed my paper. About a week later, I went into a gun store, did a background check, and I can buy guns again.
How
Can
old?
you vote?
Yes, I've been able to vote. Voting's a lot different now. It doesn't matter if you're a felon or an ex-convict. As long as you're not in the legal system at the moment, you're allowed to vote.
I thought I did.
I'm
1 year after you finish your shit, you're allowed to vote again.
I'm a little bit confused right now. My games just said
You guys
close.
elaborate.
My game just said close the cockpit. Close the cockpit.
You did what?
Huh?
My game said close the cockpit. Close the cockpit.
Close the cockpit.
It is closed. Why would I have it open at whatever altitude I'm at? You know, that's like
What game do you play?
War Thunder.
Were you trying to take pictures?
You know, there is a cockpit open button. You didn't may have hit it on accident.
What is the button?
I don't remember. You have to go to your controls. Search that long list bullshit.
Just push all the buttons. It's got to be one of them.
Don't do that. Don't do that in a plane.
Yeah.
Just push all the buttons. One of them will work.
You playing arcade?
Yeah.
Okay, then push any button. It doesn't fucking matter.
I'm playing Assault.
See?
I'm playing Assault though.
I'm saying if you were playing like fucking you're playing ground forces.
No, I'm playing Air. They have no ground forces yet.
What game?
War Thunder.
War Thunder has ground forces. What the fuck are you talking about?
Oh, not a ground assault. That's what I mean.
They have ground assaults. Yes.
So have you guys
Go
heard
play
about
realistic. Go play realistic mode. You can take planes and tanks out.
Have you heard about the new mode that they're adding to World of Tanks?
What mode?
Yeah, in the realistic mode.
A 30 versus 30 battle. And there's respawns.
Yeah, I'm gonna be doing those. I'm done. It's time for 30 versus 30.
Actually, World of Tanks would respawn. I would actually play it. Because
Yeah,
they
but-
would make up for all the randomness in that fucking game.
Yeah, you get one respawn every 5 minutes, and you can store up to 2 respawns.
Okay, you know.
I like that. That's fair.
Hey, you want to know something?
Give me a quick
I
moment.
told
I'll be back.
I told somebody they need to do 100 v 100 World of Warships and see what happens.
No, can't. Engine can't handle it right now.
Picture if they did the 30 versus 30 in World of Warships, though. And the map is 9 times as big.
Don't worry. You got 2 months, and then the engine will be able to handle it because they're ditching 32-bit.
So, you know the average map size in World of Tanks? It's basically a 3x3 square of that. And in the spawn areas, basically there's this line on the map where if you cross it, then AI artillery will fire at you and kill you.
I feel bad for
Still need to
the.
be big. They need to be
I
smaller.
feel, I feel bad for the 5% of people playing on 32-bit OS when they release the new client
Why do you say that?
because they
Either
can't play anymore.
reinstall or yeah, that.
They can't play anymore. They could probably tweak game to play with a file that'll probably come out, but they'll probably crash a lot. The game will be really fucking shitty, like laggy.
Surely they run the current client concurrently.
Oh, they've already there was something on. They released some news and something on the forums that the player count for 32-bit is low enough that they're going to ditch it and improve the game.
Marble Killer, we're waiting for you.
That's why War Thunder is being held back. It's because there's I say within 1 year 32-bit games are going to be disappearing.
You know what this game... Does this game run off of 64 tick servers?
No,
Picture if that did.
probably not even 30 tick. Probably around 15, 20, if that.
I thought the only difference between 32-bit and 64-bit was the addressable memory, and this game doesn't even approach anything to 8-bit.
Well, 32-bit games, even though they say they can use up to 4 gigs of RAM, they struggle past 2.
This game doesn't
The
use
thing
anything
with
like that.
64-bit, you can add in better optimizations, better graphics, and everything. You know what I mean? Things will start looking prettier, running better, even though things, 64-bit's just way better at processing. You get way more power out of the part than 32-bit. The equivalent clock, you know what I mean? Let's say quad core for this for a minute. Let's say it's a 32-bit AMD 3.3 versus, 4, it's at 3.3,
Well,
but it's a
currently,
64-bit architect.
on my system, this game is using 1.1 gig.
So I'm
The
just
most
double
I've
checking.
ever seen it. Most I've
I'm
ever
double-
seen it run
Go ahead.
is like 1.6.
So I'm running my premium abilities, and if I have resupply using in-game currency if unavailable, does that use my silver?
Depends on
You
what you
need to
pick.
you may need to make sure it's on the
If you look
silver.
at the thing, look at the actual consumable when you have like all of them viewed, and then there's a drop-down box. Then like that picks your doubloons or some credits.
Just to let you know, you can now not have to play with all premium consumables. Just to let you know. Do not
Yeah, I know.
listen to people that tell you don't use premium consumables unless you have premium account. Don't worry about that. The economy is actually pretty nice
Who
right
says
now.
that?
Yeah, the game's good
A
enough that I
bunch
can
of the
actually
people,
afford
the
that.
older people in here that don't like getting premium, they try to make other people not get it because they say it's not worth it. But unless you're at tier, premium is a must. Unless you've already grinded everything out, you're going to be playing this game for a long time.
Yeah.
Just wait for a Christmas sale and just buy a year's worth. Cost me about 30 quid.
What country is quid?
Pound.
England.
Oh, I
What?
thought that those were pounds. I thought that
Yeah,
they were pounds.
they were originally a pound of gold, yeah. That's what we call them, that's slang quid. Same as you say buck.
Okay, so that was interesting. Didn't get much done because everyone was stealing kills left and right.
Do y'all still have y'all's coin currency? Is it still like? Is it been like cut down with nickel, other metals, or is it the full precious?
Oh, it's been cut down for years. Copper and
Yeah,
so on
I
and so
don't
forth.
like that. I don't like that.
What's
My
the-
change
I think
has
that
no
they
value.
should. I think that they should get rid of the penny.
I
Like,
think we
What's
should
the-
just get rid of cash.
What's the
Cash
point
is
of
an
making
issue.
a coin and having the materials be more expensive than the coin is worth? That's like
yeah, it
Ah,
costs
the
$1
idea-
to make a penny.
The idea originally was that the coin was actually worth what it was minted for.
But then they stop They find another metal that
Oh,
at
that's what
that
I'm saying.
weight is worth what it's worth.
so. Why would they continue to use the old precious metal if the values?
I'm tired of having
Nobody does
cut
that.
metals where they mix and plate metals on top of other metals to make it. Like a penny is nickel. It's
Yeah, no,
nickel
but-
plated with copper. It's just like instead of using copper, why don't you find something that you can fully make the coin out of that will hold its value?
Ah, but that's what happened originally, and what people were doing when they made gold coins was they were chipping little
Melt them
bits
all
off
down.
it.
Like there are people that melt down old pennies.